Hi, my name is Tyler Bluth, and I am the Senior Director of FP&A at Ancestry. FP&A stands for Financial Planning and Analysis. So I work in the finance department, and me and my team manage the North America markets. See, education-wise, I have an undergraduate degree, a bachelor's degree in business finance, and then I also have a master's degree in MBA from BYU. Generally, people in my field have master's degrees in MBA specifically. We do have some people who have a master's of accounting, but a finance background. Generally, you get your undergraduate, get several years of experience to go back and get your MBA, is the path most people in my field follow. My job is heavy on financial analysis and kind of budgeting, forecasting, and understanding how the business works. Some of the difficulties that we have in my particular role, we do a lot with investment banks. Anytime you buy or sell a company, or if you take a company public, that's my team that does all of that work. So it can be relatively stressful. You're working with, investment bankers and, the bankers that are backing your transactions. And so there's a lot of due diligence, late nights, working with bankers, trips to New York, that type of thing can be difficult. I think the other thing that probably makes it difficult is you work with all of the executive leadership team in a company. So one of the things that you really need to have in order to be successful in FP&A is the ability to business partner with people from lots of different backgrounds. People who work in marketing, a chief marketing officer versus a chief product officer versus a chief technology officer. Very different personalities, very different things that matter to them, and having to kind of run budgets and forecasting and making sure that you have cash and all those types of things and investments in the company you're making. Can be difficult in our job. Let's see, what are the other things? The job-related highlights. A lot of those things that I said are difficulties are actually things that I would say are the highlights. I love doing deals. I've worked for several different companies, been at Ancestry for a while now, but I've helped sell several companies, and working on multi-billion-dollar deals and finding investors, finding bankers, raising money. Those types of things I think are very rewarding and really fun. Also, FP&A is a great career because in order to, understand how to forecast a business, how to run budgets, how to, do analysis on should we buy companies or sell parts of the business off or those types of things, you have to really understand everything. And so you kind of get to be involved in every aspect of a company. So that's great. Typical day on my team, it's kind of hard to answer. There's different seasons where we work on different things. And so generally speaking, at the beginning of any month, we help the accounting team kind of close the books. So the accountants kind of work upstream from us a little bit in terms of the work they're doing and how it feeds into the work that we do. So we're a consumer of a lot of the data that comes from accounting. So I'd say for the first week of any month, we're helping the accountants close the books. If it's a quarter close, if it's a financial end close, there's a lot more work there. And then we switch into kind of a forecasting mode. So my team every single month will forecast the next 12 months of the business, whether that's sales, hiring people who are quitting, investments we want to make, marketing dollars. And, so we're at any given month, that second week there, we're forecasting, billions of dollars in revenue and those types of things. And then the second half of the month, after we're done with kind of the forecast update, we'll do a bunch of just kind of the ad hoc, finance work that just any company needs to do, working on projects, understanding if we change promo pricing, if we want to sell something differently, if we're going to add a new product, how that changes the dynamic of everything that we're doing. This time of year, certainly in Q4, you get heavy into the budget process. So once a year, you'll do an annual plan. That takes a lot of work. And so, typical day in Q4 for a team like mine, we spend a lot of time working on the next 12 months and the forward-looking budget and getting ready for board meetings and that type of stuff. So that's a lot of what we do. So I think I covered everything that was on the list there. So listen, most people think that if you work in finance, your choice is accounting. That's not the case. I've made an entire career in FP&A and finance. The key difference being accountants, which, accounting work is great. I think there's a lot of rewarding aspects to that too. They focus a lot on categorizing the past, whereas finance is looking very much towards the future. And so, it's two kind of sides of the finance coin. But FP&A is a wonderful career, and we're always looking for talented people.